Hey America, now you saw the title. I'm gonna make some pasta. Alright, and after I make the pasta, then I'm gonna do fettuccine Alfredo with shrimp. Cause I bought one of these. Right. I bought me a pasta press or pasta machine. Now, stop the video, baby. Alright, y'all, the reason I have my baby stop the video is because I'm gonna make pasta out of semolina. And it's the hardest way to do it. So if I booger it up completely and it don't work out, you're never even gonna see this piece. It's gonna say, I'm making pasta out of all-purpose flour. All right, guys, anyway. I ain't trying to look bad. Y'all quit laughing at me. All right, let me introduce my supporting cast. All right, guys, right here I have, and I am gonna be using specific amounts because this is really touchy, okay? A lot of times I just throw stuff in. This is gonna be specific amounts. Right here, I have 4 cups, measured 4 cups of semolina, all right? Semolina wheat, all right, or semolina flour. Now, I'm not even sure if this is the right semolina. I'll put it up close to you, all right, guys? The reason I'm not sure is I bought this from the Mediterranean store, not an Italian store, a European store, right? So I think this is the right semolina, or semolina flour. Anyway, 4 cups of that. I'm gonna be using 5 eggs, all right? I'm gonna be using 2 tablespoons measured of olive oil, okay? I'm gonna be using 4 tablespoons of hot water, and I'm gonna use 2 teaspoons of salt. All right, guys, that should be enough, I hope, to make pasta for 6 people, this many. All right, guys? Now, let me, it's not much prep work, but let me set up, and then we're gonna try to see if this works out okay. All right, guys? All right, guys. Here it goes. Step 1, pour your semolina out and make yourself a bowl in the middle. Step 2, I'm gonna add 5 eggs. All right? 1. Now, these are room temperature eggs, guys, all right? 2. 3. You guys see what I'm doing, right? 4. I'm cracking my eggs in a coffee cup so I don't get no shells in my semolina. All right, that's 4 eggs. Make sure your hole or your bowl is big enough to accommodate all your eggs. All right, 1 more egg to go. 5. All right, 5 eggs. Wipe my hand. Okay. I said 2 tablespoons of oil. 1, 2. I said 4 tablespoons of warm water. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And 1 teaspoon. And I'm using kosher salt. Kosher salt's in there. All right, guys, now. Here we go. I'm gonna scramble these right here, mix everything up in the middle. Once I get all this scrambled up, I'm gonna start incorporating the semolina. Try to keep everything in the middle. All right, let me work on this, guys, and I'll bring you back if this doesn't fail. All right, America, I'm still working with it. So far, so good. See what I'm doing? I'm gradually, slowly but surely, bringing in this semolina and mixing it in. All right, it's starting to look kind of opaque, kind of muddy, not muddy, but kind of thicker in the middle. I'm gonna continue doing this. Let me keep working with it. And I'll be right back with you. All right, guys, let's check this out, guys. See how it's thick? It's kind of like cornmeal, like kind of like what to say? Kind of like cornbread batter. All right. Now at this point, I'm gonna stop mixing. Clean this off with my finger. That's when I'll bring this in. All right. I'm gonna start mixing this all together now, because it's not so thick. I mean, so runny that it's gonna run all over the place. Yeah, I got all kinds of tools, don't I, y'all? Let me cut this in. Continue working with this, y'all, and I'll let you see what this looks like once I get it all incorporated. So I'll be right back. I'll be right back in a second. All right, America, here it is. I'm about to bring it all together. Now I'm getting in there with my hands, all right, guys? And all I'm gonna do is try to bring this together into a ball. So I'm gonna keep working with it, y'all. Just kind of grainy right now, but I'm gonna keep working with it. Once it all comes together, I'll let y'all check it out, all right? So I'll be right back. All right, America, I needed this for about 3 to 5 minutes, the best I could. It's really, really stiff, but here it is right there. All right, that is my ball of pasta, okay? Now, what I'm gonna do, I hope it's not too thick, too stiff. I'm gonna do it like I'm supposed to. I'm gonna wrap it up in some plastic wrap, just like that. That was the dryer. I hate that. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up in some plastic wrap. I'm gonna let it rest for 30 minutes. Where's the edge? Fail. There it is. All right, I'm gonna let this rest for 30 minutes at room temperature. And then hopefully it's gonna loosen up a little bit, and then I can start rolling it out, because it's gonna need a little bit further in the pasta machine. All right, guys? All right, I'll see you in a little bit. Hey, America. I ain't gonna say epic fail, I'll say practice, all right? The ingredients that I gave you earlier, keep everything the same, add 1 additional egg. It was kind of dry, all right? I did get out some fettuccine, and this is perfect, this is great. But it was really, really difficult because my dough was too dry. So, tomorrow I'm gonna get up early, I'm gonna make up a new batch. Remember to add an additional egg, and we're gonna try this again. I was gonna just remember I said at the beginning, boop, you'll never see this. Well, no, I'm gonna let you guys share. It is everything I do don't come out perfect, all right, guys? I'm gonna keep this out. This is great. I'm gonna cook this tomorrow. I'm gonna let it dry. Fantastic. But get a picture of this, baby. All right, this turned out great. But I am going to make a new batch so I can do like I started out originally. All right, guys? So bear with me. We'll be back in the morning. You know what? It'll be, because I'm frustrated, kind of pissed off right now. But tomorrow, which will be a couple seconds for y'all, and we'll do this again. All right? Peace. Hey, America. This is the next day. You see that? That's called fettuccine. And no, y'all ain't going to miss it. I'm going to show you exactly what happened. But let's talk about a few things here. All right. I hope I'm on the camera. I should be. I'm filming solo. This is what's left of that ball that I made yesterday. All right, guys. I kept it wrapped up. I put it in the. I put it on the counter and let it sit overnight. All right. I was a little pissed off, frustrated, blah 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 blah. And then this morning, I couldn't sleep good. I was dreaming about my pasta machine. Anyway, I came out. I started cutting it. It was nice and moister, and I started rolling out fettuccine, and it was working just fine. And then that caused me to start thinking about a few things. All right, keep the recipe as I said before. Don't add an extra egg. All right, keep it as I said before. But when you start bringing it all together, reserve some of your flour. Keep about a half a cup out of it, and then mix it. Okay, and as it comes together, then add a little bit at a time until you get to a consistency that is brought together, not sticky. But tight. If you have extra flour, then you have extra flour. Okay, the only other option would be use the same ingredients and add an extra egg. But anyway, I started thinking eggs are different sizes. So therefore, the amount of eggs, if I say use 4 eggs or 5 eggs, I'm sorry, if I say 5 eggs, my eggs might be bigger than your eggs, or your eggs might be bigger than my eggs. You guys understand what I'm going with on this philosophy? So fill your dough out as you put it together. I think the original recipe is fine. If it is tight, instead of letting it rest 30 or 40 minutes, let it rest overnight, because mine turned out fine. Okay, now let me I'm gonna pause right now until my camera woman comes out here, my daughter, and then I'm gonna show you guys exactly what you're supposed to do with your dough once it's prepared properly. All right, guys? I just had to say that. All right, America, I got my camera woman. Say hi, camera woman.
Hi, camera woman.
All right. I'm only gonna get one crack at this because I already used the rest of my dough. All right, this is imagine that everything went perfect yesterday, okay? And you cut your dough up into smaller pieces, all right? So here we go. Take my dough out and keep it wrapped up, guys. Cut your pieces and then wrap it up because it'll get dry. I think that's what happened to me yesterday. All right, I'm gonna flatten it out so I can fit it into my machine. Okay, and it's nice, it's not sticky, and flatten it out a little bit. Okay, guys, I'm setting my machine on the biggest setting. In this case, that's number 7. All right, that's the biggest setting I have. And I'm gonna run my dough through the machine. As I put this in the right spot. Fail. All right. Run it through on the biggest setting. Just like that. Alright, now I'm going to fold my dough into thirds. 1/3, 2/3, and I'll put it in so the folds are perpendicular. Keeping it on the same setting, the biggest setting. Alright guys, so we'll run it through again. Alright, now once again, I'm going to fold this in half. That's kind of big. I'll go thirds again. Supposed to be halves, but I'm going in thirds because I did it so big. And I'm going to run it through once again on the same setting. It's the third time. Alright, so I'm kind of kneading as I'm compressing my dough. You guys see that? Machine, spin around. Nice. Alright guys, from this point, I'm only going to be running through twice. I'm going down to the next smallest setting. In this case, that's number 6. I'm going to run it through again. One time to stretch it, and like I heard another guy say, this time to set it. Alright, go back down to the next setting, number 5. And guys, I'm going to continue doing this until I get down to number 1. Run it through 2 times. One time to stretch it. And one time to set it. Alright guys, I'm going to go on break. I'm going to continue doing this until I get down to 1. And then I'll show you what it looks like when going in. There it is guys. It worked out perfectly. Should have worked out yesterday, so you got to be smart about your dough. Now, to cut your fettuccine, if you look right here, guys, this is a separate piece. Alright, this is fettuccine and a spaghetti cutter. Alright, if you don't have one of those, then you can cut them with roll it up and cut them with a knife to the proper size, right? Or you can leave them in whole sheets like this and cut them into squares, and you can make lasagna. You with me on that one, guys? Okay, anyway, I'm gonna take my piece of pasta, just like this, change my handle to this fettuccine handle, all right? Line my pasta up, give her a crank, just like so, guys. And you see what's spilling out that other side is nothing but love for you, baby. Too easy, short, sweet, and pretty. Short, sweet, and pretty. Did I tell you I was gonna do it? I tell you, it was a little bit more difficult. Learning process, y'all. But there it is, fettuccine. I'm gonna leave it out here. I'm gonna let it dry for about 10-15 minutes. I let this right here, this is what I made yesterday. It dried overnight, all right? And we tasted it and it tastes great. All right, guys, but I'm gonna let this dry for as long as you want to, 10-15 minutes minimum before you cook it. If it's fresh like this, guys, you cook it for 2-3 minutes, you're good to go, it's done. All right, if it's dry, I think you might wanna increase that to about 4 to 5 minutes. Taste it so it's a perfect al dente. All right, guys, let me show it to you one more time. All right, line your pasta up with your, get out of here, you little rogue noodles. Pasta up with your cutter. And you get the cranking, just like that. Too easy, not a problem. Get some noodles, and we're straight. Nice. All right, guys, now. Moral of the story, if you're trying to fix something and it goes bad, stick with it. try to figure it out. Like I say, do the math and figure something to eat. I'm gonna pause right now because it's early in the morning. It's 9 in the morning. I couldn't sleep. I had to get this done right. Anyway, I'm gonna leave these drying till later on this afternoon, evening, and then that's when I'm gonna start dinner, which is gonna be the Fettuccine Alfredo, because I did fettuccine, right? Alfredo with shrimp. So, all right, America, now. Fettuccine Alfredo with shrimp. My daughter says, why don't you call it shrimp fettuccine Alfredo? Because fettuccine Alfredo is the dish. I'm just adding shrimp. So it's fettuccine Alfredo with shrimp, just like they do fettuccine Alfredo with chicken or fettuccine Alfredo with chicken and spinach. Fettuccine Alfredo. She making faces behind the camera. With shrimp. All right, guys. Here's my supporting cast. I'm gonna use a stick of butter. Maybe all of it, we'll see. All right, stick of butter. I'm gonna use garlic, maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 cloves, I'm not sure right now. I'm gonna use half and half. Now, I have seen people do this with heavy cream, with whipping cream, which is richer. You know, heavy cream's richer than half and half. I've seen people do it with milk. I'm deciding to do it half and half because it's not as rich. Okay, I'll come back to that piece. I'm using Parmesan, all right, this has been aged for 10 months, all right, fresh Parmesan, which I'm gonna grate. I'm probably gonna use this whole freaking thing. All right, I'm using some kosher salt and some fresh cracked black pepper. Okay, now, back to the half and half, guys. When I start making my sauce, the Alfredo itself, if it doesn't thicken the way I want it to, I'm gonna try to reduce it some, but if it doesn't thicken enough or fast enough, then I might use a little bit of cornstarch to thicken it up. All right, guys, I'm using cornstarch instead of flour because flour got that floury taste. You gotta cook that out. Cornstarch doesn't, and cornstarch doesn't clump. All right, guys, and then pow, the shrimp. All right. So after I get my prep work done, these are cooked and deveined, but they still have the tails on them. So during my prep work, I'm gonna take the tails off. Now over here, that's that beautiful pasta that I made. This dried overnight, okay, and I just folded it around into little basket type things. And this is what I got pressed out this morning. All right, guys. Now right here, obviously I got some water coming to a boil. I'm gonna add some salt real quick fast. Guys, the secret to good pasta is you want your water to have some salt in it so you have some flavor. I don't have to worry about it too much because I got a little bit of salt in my pasta because I made it myself. All right, guys, but let me get my prep work done and we'll get this meal kicked out real quick fast in a hurry. All right, America, welcome back. My prep work is done. In here, this rather large pan, I got half a stick of butter. Melted down and it's starting to come to temperature. Nice, see? All right. Now what I'm gonna do is, this is 4 or 5 cloves of garlic. I'm gonna put it in here while the oil's not really hot because I wanna sweat it down, all right? I don't want it to brown. I just want it to flavor my butter, all right? I got it on medium heat right now, all right? Spread that around and let that come to temperature. All right, guys, now, once that comes, ooh, I smell it already. Ooh, butter and garlic. Ooh. Once that comes to temperature, gets kind of frothy, I'm gonna let that go for about maybe a minute. So I'm not gonna let you hold and watch that piece. After that, I'll be right back and then we'll start with the whole kitchen smells like butter and garlic. It smells so good. All right, guys, oh, let me tell you this. I also chopped up a bunch of parsley. I didn't say that in the original supporting cast. Parsley. I'm gonna use some of this in the cooking, some of it from garlic, all right? All right, now that this is smelling great and it's just sweated, about 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes, I'm gonna turn my heat down and I'm gonna add half and half. Guys, I'm just eyeballing this, so you guys, you know, add as much or little as you want. I'm gonna be cooking a lot of pasta, so I'm gonna need a lot of Alfredo, all right? So I'm gonna pour this in here. I'll say about half of this container. Okay, and I'm gonna let that come to temperature. Okay, I do not want this to come to a rolling boil. All right, I'm gonna let it come to a slow simmer and I'm gonna let this reduce. All right, once this reduces a little bit, then I'm gonna add my Parmesan cheese. So let me get this to the consistency that I want. If I can't get it to reduce as much as I want in a short period of time, I might throw in some cornstarch, but I think I'm gonna be patient. Be right back. All right, America, it's been about 5 minutes later. All right. Now, I've just reduced this slightly, but I've been whisking it pretty much the whole time. I just wanted to make sure that my half and half was very, very, very hot. Not boiling, but very hot. You see the steam coming off of there, guys? Every little bit of steam means I'm getting a little bit more reduction, but I also know that it's hot. Another way you can find out, you put your hand on top and you start feeling it moist, you know it's at the right temperature because it's losing liquid, so it's hot enough. Now I'm going to put in most, not all, most of my Parmesan cheese, and I'm going to be whisking the whole time, all right, guys? And I got this grated up the second to the finest on my grater. I'm just going to whisk this in. Continue to whisk this until it thickens. All right. The reason I did it this way, the reason I didn't put the cheese in first and continue to stir because it gets harder. The cheese, once it melts, starts wanting to stick a little bit. All right, guys. So I'm gonna whisk this the entire time, and we'll let this go for maybe another 5 minutes. All right. So I'll be back after that 5. All right, guys. Change 2. It's only been going about 2 minutes in my case because it's thick enough. I'm not going to add the cornstarch because I don't need it. All right, guys. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off the heat because I do not want it to boil. And now I'm going to add half my parsley. All right. I'm going to add some fresh cracked black pepper. Pretty good amount because this is a peppery dish. All right, just a small pinch of salt because I tasted it. Whisk that in. Alright. Alright, Mary, you see how I'm put it back on the heat now. See how thick that is? It's nice and thick. Y'all see that? See how thick that is? That's nice. Now, I'm gonna throw in my shrimp. Now my shrimp's already cooked. Alright, so I'm just gonna throw my shrimp in so it can warm through. This is a lot of shrimp. I probably won't put it all in there. I'm gonna let my shrimp warm through. In fact, I'm just gonna go with a whole layer on the bottom. Not sure if it is. Anyway, I like a lot of shrimp, y'all, because when I take a bite, get back in there. I want a piece of shrimp. Yeah, the rest of these, next video might be some cocktail sauce. Anyway, let me stir this in, guys. Doesn't that look beautiful? Take a look at that. All right, guys, I'm putting this on very, 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 very low heat. All right, and just let that sit, and now it's pasta time. All right, guys, I'm gonna throw in all this pasta. The dry pasta I think is gonna take about 5 minutes. The not so dry will take about 2 to 3. So I'm gonna put the dry pasta in first, and then join it up, and then cook it till it's al dente. So let me get that piece done, and then all right, guys, let's taste these noodles. And woo-hoo-hoo. All right, next step: sauce is done, noodles are done. Take these out of here. A little residual water won't hurt nothing. Pop them right into there. Come back here, you turncoat. How the noodles, baby?
Me good.
Alright, put my fettuccine in here. Alright, guys, I'm gonna take a second. Fettuccine in here, give it a stir, and I'm gonna show y'all a plate. Guys, this looks fantastic. All right, noodles in here, I'm stirring in. To my Alfredo. And shrimp. Just turning it in like so. And it smells amazing. This looks amazing. Let me finish mixing this all together. My friends, countrymen, YouTubeites, and Facebookians. Boy, there it is, y'all. Take a look at that. Tell me that is not beautiful. Right. All right, let me fix you a plate. I'm sorry, let me fix me a plate. I'm gonna let my daughter taste it. And then we're gonna find out how good or bad we did. Boy, no, this took me a while. It's finally done. It's finally done, y'all. Okay, take a look at it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit that with a little bit of parsley for garnish, just like that. Woohoo! A little bit of Parmesan sprinkle on top of that. And that, y'all, is a beautiful plate. All right, now I'm gonna take a pause real quick, fast. I'm gonna bring my my camera woman up here, Octavia. And she's gonna do a taste test for me. All right, guys. All right, America. Here it is. Taste test time. That's my beautiful daughter, Octavia. All right, give me a taste test, sugar. Get a piece of shrimp, some of them homemade fettuccine noodles. Watch this face, y'all. Come on, come on, come on. Get a chew, give you a second. Are the noodles al dente? Are they the best damn taste of noodles you ever had? Wait, come on, what do you think? What do you think? Well, hurry up, hurry up. He said, all right, y'all, while we wait for her to finish chewing. Can't talk about my food. All right, I think she's ready. You all ready? I'm running a video. Okay, here she go. We waited for it was good, that's it.
What else you want me to say? Extraordinary, fantastically, phenomenally good?
Yes! All right. Okay, America. You heard it. Phenomenally failed. Almost bust my ass. Phenomenally, fantastically good. Anyway, y'all, it took me a long time to get from there to here as far as making the noodles. I was frustrated, but it turned out great. And that's it, y'all. Feel free to do it. It's fantastic. Phenomenally, fantastically good. All right, y'all. Peace.